Good evening. Let's spend some time together tonight, until your eyelids grow heavy. The world outside your window has grown quiet now. City lights are gently dissolving into the night sky. Thank you for another day of hard work. Tonight, let's begin with something a little mysterious. Did you know that there's no sound in space? That's right, space is a vacuum, so sound can't travel through it. But when NASA's spacecraft convert planetary electromagnetic waves into audio, you can hear the most mystical sounds. Jupiter sounds like deep groaning from the bottom of an ocean. Saturn sounds like wind rustling through leaves. Each planet seems to be singing its own unique song. The night sky we look up at from Earth is actually a fascinating world. The starlight you're seeing right now left those stars years, decades, sometimes even thousands of years ago. So when we look up at the night sky, we're literally looking into the past. It's like riding in a time machine, isn't it? How romantic. Speaking of which, constellations are quite interesting too. Orion is a constellation visible all around the world, but it looks completely different depending on the country. In Japan, it's sometimes called the drum star, shaped like a traditional drum. In Egypt, it's where souls of the dead ascend to heaven. In Greece, it's the hunter Orion. The same arrangement of stars, yet different cultures have created such different stories. Human imagination is truly wonderful, isn't it? Talking about the night sky makes me want to discuss the moon. Did you know the moon is slowly moving away from Earth? About 3.8 centimeters per year. That's about the speed fingernails grow, slowly drifting away. But don't worry. It would take billions of years for it to completely drift away. Tonight, the moon is still there, illuminating your night. The moon's surface has places with names like Sea of Tranquility and Sea of Serenity, but there isn't a single drop of water there. Ancient astronomers looking through telescopes thought the dark areas were seas and named them accordingly. But thanks to those names, doesn't the moon feel somehow more familiar? By the way, do you like deep-sea creatures? The deep ocean is said to hold more mysteries than space itself. The average depth of Earth's oceans is about 3,800 meters, but the deepest part, the Mariana Trench, goes down about 11,000 meters. Even if you flipped Mount Everest upside down, it still wouldn't reach the bottom. In those depths live creatures that seem to have jumped out of a fantasy world. For example, the Dumbo octopus. It's a small octopus that flaps ear-like fins as it swims, looking exactly like Disney's Dumbo the elephant. Imagining it drifting through the darkness 3,000 meters down, doesn't it make you feel somehow fond of it? Then there's the oarfish, which is also fascinating. It has a silvery, elongated body that can grow up to 11 meters long. It usually lives in the deep sea, but occasionally rises to shallow waters. Because of its mystical appearance, ancient people thought it was a messenger from the Dragon Palace. Even the origin of its name is quite romantic. Deep-sea creatures live in a world of complete darkness, so many of them can create their own light. It's called bioluminescence. Like firefly squid, they create light through chemical reactions in their bodies. Fish swimming in the deep sea, glowing like illuminations. I'd love to see that just once, wouldn't you? From ocean stories, let's move to land. Have you ever heard of a superbloom? It's a phenomenon that occurs in usually dry desert regions once every few years after heavy rains. Vast wastelands suddenly become covered with colorful flowers. You can see this in California and Chile's Atacama Desert. It's like nature painting a giant canvas. The plant world is truly full of wonders. Take bamboo, for instance. Bamboo can grow up to 120 centimeters in a single day. You could wake up in the morning, and by evening, it might have grown to your height. That speed is almost frightening, isn't it? But bamboo only flowers once every 60 to 120 years. And after flowering, it dies. A once-in-a-lifetime bloom. How bittersweet. The story of the world's largest flower, Rafflesia, is also interesting. It's a giant flower that can reach 1 meter in diameter, but it actually has no stem or leaves. It lives by parasitizing other plants. And this flower smells terrible. It smells like rotting meat. But that's to attract flies. Nature is really well designed, isn't it? The animal world also has many surprising stories. Did you know that sea otters wrap kelp around their bodies when they sleep so they won't drift away? Not only that, but they also hold hands with their companions while sleeping. Sea otters floating on the waves, holding hands as they sleep. Just imagining it warms your heart, doesn't it? Penguin courtship behavior is also lovely. Male penguins give pebbles as gifts to females. They use these pebbles to build nests, and males work hard to find the most beautiful stones. Some sneaky penguins even steal stones from other penguins' nests. But seeing them work so hard for their loved ones feels somehow human-like and endearing, doesn't it? The story of elephant memory is also fascinating. Have you heard the saying, "An elephant never forgets"? Indeed, elephants have amazing memories and can remember companions they met decades ago. When families separated for 20 years reunite, they've been observed recognizing each other and joyfully intertwining their trunks. Remembering someone important forever. There's something encouraging about elephants doing that. Oh, and the story of honeybee dancing is interesting too. When honeybees want to tell their companions where flowers are, they perform a special dance called the figure-8 dance. Using the sun's position as reference, they accurately communicate the direction and distance to flowers through dance. Communication without words. The natural world is full of wonderful wisdom we don't even know about. Speaking of which, let's talk about sound. Where do you think the quietest place in the world is? Actually, it's a room called an anechoic chamber at Microsoft. It has a special structure that absorbs 99.99% of sound, and when you go inside, you can hear your own heartbeat and blood flowing. But it's so quiet that some people feel sick if they stay too long. Moderate sound is actually very important for us. Speaking of sound, whale songs are also mystical. Male humpback whales sing complex songs during breeding season, and these songs can last 20 to 30 minutes. What's more, all the whales in the same area sing the same song. It's like that year's hit song, isn't it? And interestingly, the songs change slightly each year. New melodies are born and spread among the whales. A concert hall in the ocean. I'd love to listen to it once. Nature still has many mysterious phenomena. For example, morning glory clouds. These are giant roll-shaped clouds that appear in northern Australia on spring mornings. They can extend up to 1,000 kilometers in length, and glider pilots surf these cloud waves like surfing. Sky surfing. Just imagining it makes me excited. In the Arctic, you can sometimes see a phenomenon called sun pillars. Sunlight reflects off ice crystals in the air, appearing like pillars of light stretching toward the sky. Natural art that can only be seen in extremely cold places. Even in harsh environments, beauty is hidden. Speaking of which, the story of snow crystals is also lovely. Snow crystals are said to never have the same shape twice. Slight differences in temperature and humidity change their form. The basic shape is hexagonal, but there are needle-like shapes, plate-like shapes, and complex branching forms. Small works of art falling from the sky. On a winter day, it might be nice to take a close look at the snow that falls on your palm. Let's talk about time. Do you know about atomic clocks? They're incredibly accurate clocks that use the vibration of cesium atoms. They only drift by 1 second in 300 million years. But you might wonder what such an accurate clock is used for. Actually, it's used in GPS, internet communications, and other technologies essential to our daily lives. Speaking of time, the story of biological clocks is also interesting. The human biological clock isn't exactly 24 hours, but about 25 hours. So if you don't get light, your life rhythm gradually shifts. Morning light resets your biological clock. Sunlight is really important for us. Plants also have biological clocks. Young sunflowers chase the sun, turning their heads from east to west. But when they mature, they stop moving and face east. Why? To catch the first morning light and attract insects. In youth, they chase the sun. As adults, they wait for the sunrise. It's somehow like life, isn't it? Let's talk about dreams. People dream an average of 4 to 6 times per night. But we hardly remember them, do we? We spend about 2 hours dreaming each night. That means about 6 years of our lives are spent in dreams. 6 years of dream journeys. What kind of adventures are we having? Interestingly, people born blind also dream. However, they don't have visual dreams, but dreams of sound, touch, and smell. The dream world is completely different for each person. Animals dream too. Haven't you seen dogs or cats moving their paws or making small sounds while sleeping? That's evidence they're dreaming. Research suggests that mice dream about running through mazes. They're reviewing their daytime experiences in their dreams. Let's talk about colors. Have you heard of impossible colors? Colors like magenta and cyan that don't actually exist. Our brains create the color purple when we see red and blue light simultaneously. There's no purple in a rainbow, yet we can see purple. How creative our brains are. The reason there are few blue foods is also interesting. very few living things in nature create blue pigments. Even blueberries don't actually have blue pigments, but purple pigments called anthocyanins. They appear blue because their surface structure reflects light. Most blue in nature is structural color, created by light reflection. The story of scent memory is also mysterious. Scents are strongly connected to memory. It's called the Proust effect, where smelling a certain scent can vividly bring back old memories. The smell of Grandma's house, first love's perfume, the scent of earth after rain. Scents are like time machines, taking us back to the past. Are your eyelids getting heavy yet? But let me continue the story just a little longer. The world has interesting ways of measuring happiness. Bhutan has an indicator called gross national happiness, prioritizing citizens' happiness over economic growth. Happiness can't be bought with money. It's wonderful that they've made such an obvious truth into national policy, isn't it? Denmark has a word called hygge. It describes cozy time and space. Time spent with loved ones, drinking warm cocoa by candlelight. Such simple but heart-fulfilling moments. The time you're spending now, listening to this voice in your bed, is probably hygge too, isn't it? Finally, one more story about stars. All the elements that make up our bodies were created inside stars. Iron, calcium, carbon. Fragments of stars that exploded long ago have traveled through time and space to become you. You are literally made of stardust. Thank you for spending this long time with me tonight. Dawn might be approaching outside your window. But don't rush. Sleep is surely coming soon. May gentle dreams embrace you. When you have another sleepless night, I'll be waiting here. Good night. Sweet dreams.